Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where and when you are watching us from. My name is Washira, reporting live from Nairobi, Kenya. And just as always, it is an honor and a pleasure to be reporting back to you guys again on this 26th day of August. The year is 2022. Today, we want to look at how things are just in the continent, how the continent is going about. So we want to look at the state of the continent, just as the show is. Ali, how are you today?
We are doing good, my friend. Good evening to you. Good evening to our listeners. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, whoever will be watching this video. My name is Ali. My surname is Malikane. We are actually broadcasting live from Limpopo, from the mountains of Limpopo. You know, Kimishimana Limpopo, coming from Limpopo. We're doing great, my brother. The day was awesome. It's Friday. It's Friday night this side. It's 8:25 p.m. South African time. I'm asking you that side. What's happening?
Asante sana. Today here it's also a wonderful day, a peaceful day, a calm day in Kenya. And also in Nairobi, there's some sort of cold. You know, you can tell by my dressing today, people are feeling a little bit of cold. However, Kenya, things are all right. Everything is at peace today. There is nothing much that is happening in Kenya. We are just seeing the campaigns. Remember, yesterday I told you there were two county governments that were not able to elect their governor. That is Mombasa County, which is also known as County 001, and the great county of Kakamega. They were not able to elect their governors on governors on the 9th of August, 2022. So they're going to be doing that this coming week. So. Today we have seen them campaigning, and they were campaigning together with their various counterparts in their various, political alignments. So that was just what was happening in Kenya politically. There's nothing much going on here except following up what is going to be happening in our court. We have seen that the respondents of the case that is in Supreme Court taking their files. So we're waiting to see how that is going to go about. How about South Africa, Ali?
Nothing much this side. Looking on the politics of South Africa, what is happening this side? We have learned that the Equality Court, which was actually sitting in Johannesburg, the High Court, has actually ruled in favor of the EFF, which is called the Economic Freedom Fighters, the leader called Julius Malema, and the member of a parliament called Mboiseni Ndlozi. Because they were singing a song that is called Shoot the Boer. So there's a movement here in South Africa that is called AfriForum. AfriForum is a movement which is owned by the Afrikaner people. So whatever that comes in, which is not in favor of them, which is against them, they make sure that, they come out and protect those they need to protect by representing them. So they actually said this song, Shoot the Boer. They are saying that this song is actually having a motive. That's why we see a high number of the farmers who have been shot down. So they went to court, and the court listened to the story of the EFF and the story of the AfriForum, and the EFF won the case. That's what we have also learned. And also what we have learned is that in South Africa, the Minister of Home Affairs have reported that the passport of South Africa is becoming a laughing stock internationally because undocumented foreigners, they're able to just play around it. What was happening that side?
Okay, actually today, Ali, I will be focusing on the south of Sahara, but north of Limpopo. I don't want to cross sides to that. So, Ethiopia here, just our neighbors to the north. I was looking at wonderful news, if I can put it like that. I was seeing that the ladies, or rather, if you can say them, the girls, are, they are breaking the taboos. If we can also put it like that, girls are breaking taboos and they're finding joy in skateboarding. And it is just wonderful to see them. I was watching a video where these girls are just having fun, learning how to skateboard, the way they. And then remember why I'm saying they are breaking the taboos. Here is they were dressed in jeans, they were dressed in sweatpants, and which is not really welcomed in that part of the continent. So you can see the schoolgirls practice the art of nailing a landing, and finding their balance. Those people who do skateboarding understand what I'm saying. And it was just wonderful because this is what we want it to be happening all across Africa. People to be finding joy in things that they want to do, as long as it is not causing harm to anybody. Because if the Ethiopian girls are enjoying and they're having fun and they're learning while skateboarding, let them do so. That is what is happening in Ethiopia.
Yeah. In Ethiopia. Okay, that's quite fascinating. It was fascinating because we have learned in South Africa that there's a private hospital which is based in Harare in Zimbabwe, which has actually offered to pay the medical bills of an undocumented Zimbabwean woman who was actually berated by the Limpopo Health MEC. Because what happened is that in South Africa, most of the Zimbabweans who are undocumented, they take the advantage by leaving their country to come this side illegally so that they can get, medical attention for free. So the Limpopo Health MEC grilled the person. I just told the person straight that you guys are leaving your country to come to our country and you're going to use the budget of our people. How do you expect us guys to take care of you? So now this is what happened. A private hospital which is based in Zimbabwe. The name of the private hospital is called Urundel. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's called the Urundel Hospital. It made an announcement on Twitter to say that the hospital will settle all the outstanding bills for this woman. They are asking for anyone who actually, who know the lady, who can assist them in order for them to be able to get the lady. What we have learned that in Angola, the president is going back for the second term. It looks like the Angolan they've decided it's going back to the chair. It's going back there. And I had most of the Angolan people there, they're complaining, saying that they wanted the president to move from the chair so that they can get somebody new, so that the youth can be represented. Because you're aware, we spoke about it yesterday when I told you that the predictions on Wednesday, the prediction on Wednesday and Thursday, they are kind of high, showing that the president is going back to see the game.
Yeah. I was following up that story. Actually, it is just wonderful that you have mentioned to our audience, because we have been keeping tabs on the Angolan elections. And it was just interesting because I was watching the news from that side, and they were saying that the president was leading way before, with a large margin. Anyway, Ali, just allow me to come back closer to home, to our very close neighbors here to the west, called the people of Uganda, Banange. There are those people in Kampala. Now, there's something that really got me to be interested today in Uganda. As you guys realize, by spectacle. And I was looking at some people called Wazi Vision. So in Uganda, Wazi Vision changes lives through innovative eye care. And how do they do that? They are going into the interiors of Uganda and they're giving people medical eye care, and it was just wonderful. But what was really interesting in this story is that the way they design their eyewear fitting is just wonderful. And they put in African facial features. And they use plastics, recycled plastic, to do that, to make a spectacle like this one. They're using recycled plastic. And it is the first company in East Africa to design and manufacture eyewear. It was just wonderful to see how they're doing it. And despite that, the way they're going into the interiors to those sides and giving them this eye care with subsidized prices, and the way they're just doing it is wonderful. And I just wanted to commend them for doing that. And in the spirit of commending people, I also wanted to mention, to give a special shout out to one of our audiences. You saw him commenting yesterday. He is known as Ambrosius Moore. So he has been following us since we started State of the Continent. He has been sending us comments. We just want to appreciate him very, very much. And also, I'm seeing Santos Luango Taifa saying that nice work, brothers. This is just fantastic. And fantastic is the way to go. We will continue to be fantastic. So help us, God. Ali.
No, thank you so much, my brother. And also, while you're still in Angola, I'm not sure if you've learned that there's about, while you're still on Uganda, I heard that there's about 17 people who actually passed away because they were drinking actually a toxin alcohol Apparently, they bought it from a kiosk in the northern Uganda. So it was confirmed that about 17 of them they died due to this alcohol that they went through. National this side, my brother, a lot to be said. What I can say is that realeboga ba ka mo ka lo gore ba re thaetsa re leboga ka matla ba tswele pele ba re thaetsa ka mehlela ka mabaka ke yona African Kona Africa. Asante say.
Asante sana.
We call it the night.
We call it a night. From that note, I don't know if I can add anything. You've just done it perfectly. We just want to wish our audiences a wonderful weekend and also want to remind them, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and also the ones who have subscribed, continue sharing this content with anybody who you know might have not gotten into contact with it. Thank you very much for always, following us up and listening to us. State of the Continent will resume next Monday. However, stay tuned on Sunday. We are going to be having our mental health in Africa discussion during the main show of African Corner. Thank you very much. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Thank you so much, guys, for taking time and joining the podcast. My name is Ali Bye-bye.